All right, the nachos are good, Randy.
Huh?
You get chicken on those?
Hey, you
I
stepped up.
got chicken on them.
You really stepped up.
I got the chicken on the nachos.
Big time.
Yeah. Very nice.
The food
the
game
real-
is definitely not
The
preseason.
real sports food is fabulous.
Hey, the Jamaican patties here,
Big time.
they're so good.
Big time.
So good.
I was going to let you know when you called to do the show to get lost, but I think I'm coming.
Now you like them.
Now you like me? Guys, the pizza's almost gone.
Back on the Christmas card list, Randall.
Amen.
Nothing like coffee at night, too. This is great.
4-2 Astros, the bad guys. Come on, Yankees.
New mugs. Oh, shit. Oh, 10 seconds. All right. Coming up, boys.
Coming up.
You ready? We're coming up. Here we go.
Go. All right. Let's do it.
We are live at Real Sports. You're watching Raptors Tonight. The Raptors win their home opener against the Cleveland Cavaliers, 108-105. Welcome to Raptors Tonight. I'm Randy Urban, joined by Jack Armstrong, Leo Rautins, and Paul Jones. These guys, who are they
Supposed to be
texting?
he's the host of the show. He's supposed to be paying attention.
Who are these guys texting?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got one question though.
I was looking at the stats.
Okay,
just-
good.
I don't have a stat sheet. I got all this great food,
He-
but I got no stat
He
sheet.
just renamed the show Raptors Tonight. It used to be
Nightcap.
Well, think about it. What happens if we play a day game?
Well, the show will be at the night.
Okay,
in the
I just wanna
evening.
make
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Everybody says be like you normally are, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're
So
doing.
you were talking, I wasn't listening.
What do you think of the new digs?
I love
I like it.
I love
good,
it.
right?
The food is great.
You stepped up the food game, Randall.
It was. I
Like-
didn't cook it. I didn't cook it per se, but I was in there. I was supervising.
You were like the manager walking out to the mound, signaling for the left-hander, right?
Thank you to our friends at Real Sports.
Yes,
This is
thank you to
terrific.
Real
Thank
Sports
you.
for having
Real
us.
Sports. Real Sports.
I can hang out
love
here for a
you.
little while.
Why did they put me this close to Leo, though? It's like
That ain't right.
Never
the
touch my
pizza's
food.
been out for 5 minutes. All right, let's talk about the game. Defense is going to be a hallmark of this team if they're going to make any noise this season. Just your first impressions, Jonesy.
Fourth quarter,
Yeah.
suffocating. I mean, and it's the kind of ball pressure, and I think Leo and Jack can speak to this too as guys that have coached at a level. It wears you down. Like they're on you. You might get through a possession with, as my college coach used to call it, the ooh-ah break. Like, ooh, ah, like you just barely get through it. And the next possession, here comes the pressure again. And this time you're not getting through it. You're turning it over. There's a bad pass. The pressure's on you in your mind, and you rush a pass. And I think in the fourth quarter, that's what happened. And look,
Yeah.
they made some shots at the start of the quarter, and it kind of fed the defense as well. But I think it's going to be a trademark of this team.
You know, when I look at the Raptors tonight, and I look at where they were a year ago on opening night against Washington, their first game without Kyle Lowry, I don't think they knew who they were. Tonight, they know who they are.
Yeah.
And to your question about the fact that they guard, they know to be a really good team, they got to really compete defensively. I thought they did that, with the exception of the second quarter where they gave up 35 points, 64% shooting. The other 3 quarters, I mean, they really dug in, and I thought they figured out how to keep Donovan Mitchell under control better as the game went on.
He went off in that second quarter.
yeah, he was great.
He was slicing them
He was
up and
great.
dishing, and yeah.
But I think this team down the stretch, defensively, locked in. And you know what, too, Leo? I thought they did a really good job executing offensively down the stretch.
Well, they played off of their D, right?
They played off their D, and they played together for a while.
Yeah.
So there's continuity and role definition.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just waiting during the course of the game for this to happen. You just know that they can lock you down, right? So you're just waiting. You're waiting, and all of a sudden and like you said, it's a constant pressure that wears you down, right? And you're the offense. You're kind of looking for it. You may have made a tough shot with great pressure, but it's tough to keep making great shots with pressure. But you just feel it's coming, and then man, it snowballs, right? And all of a sudden the game just breaks open, and like I said, they feed off it, right? They get out and run. Everybody's running. Everybody makes some good decisions in transition.
What do you think of the offense as a whole?
I thought it was good in the fourth quarter. It was good. I mean, I thought they had some looks early that they didn't make, but in the fourth quarter, the ball started moving. Like there was a couple sequences where, they pushed the ball up the floor on the dribble, they swing it to the other side, they hit like a trailer coming into the lane, guy drives baseline, somebody's cutting to the basket. Like it just got better as the game went on.
Well, the first half was like a first game.
Right.
I mean, a lot of guys dribbling in this stuff.
A lot of turnovers.
You watched the games last night, right, on TV. Same thing. They're just sloppy, So you have a lot of that, but then you play through it, right? You play through it.
And, I look at OG Anunoby and Scotty Barnes late. I thought both of them made really good winning plays.
Yes.
OG Anunoby getting down the gut of the defense, finishing, drawing guys to him, little dump-offs. Scotty Barnes threw like 3 marvelous passes in the second half. And obviously hit the fight through foul trouble. But to me, obviously Siakam and Van Vliet get all the attention, but the Gary Trents, the Scotty Barneses, the OG Anunobys really made some plays tonight that were big.
You know what I love about that? Like OG, really quiet first half. Scotty, quiet, foul trouble first half. But nobody hangs their head. Nobody go, okay, there's the game for me. I'm not. No, your time's coming.
Yeah, it's
your
interesting.
time is coming.
Leo, that's a great point because Nick Nurse, one of his things with his team is always, no matter what, keep playing. Like regardless of how things are going, if they're just keep playing. Like they went in to the fourth quarter down 8.
Yeah.
They had 9 wins all of last year when trailing after 3 quarters. 9, that's it. 9, and they come back from down 8 and win this thing.
And tonight,
great fourth quarter.
Tonight you're missing Chris Boucher, Otto Porter, Kem Birch. So you're a little down in numbers, and there'll always be somebody that'll say, oh, well, they played the starters maybe a few too many minutes. I mean, there's always going to be that. Hey, man, you're trying to win the game.
Yeah.
And, Cleveland, when push came to shove, they had their better guys out there in big moments. So it's a work in progress, and you're going to have injuries, and some nights you're going to have to hang your hat on people. But to me, I just thought it was super impressive in a first game how hard they played for how long they played.
Yeah.
And that's good fitness.
So with all those guys out, Koloko gets in there early, first quarter. What did you think, Leo, of his minutes?
I like him. I mean, I like them since.
It's for me, he's 7'1" and moving like that. That's crazy.
I love the kid.
Yeah.
He was a no-brainer in the draft to
Yeah.
me. Like whenever they're coming down the draft, going, if he's there, you got to take him. And I like what Nick Nurse said about him. He's got great self-awareness.
Yeah.
Right? This kid can look at his game, knows what he does good, knows what he's got to get better at, doesn't force it, doesn't panic, but just plays. And, he's got a great body. And he's already got the other guy that came in as a rookie, Malachi, when he came into the Raptors, he was ahead defensively. Koloko's ahead defensively.
Yes.
Right?
And he knows that's where his bread's going to be buttered because he doesn't have to score on this
That's
team.
a big thing, right? That's a big thing. For Nick Nurse especially, you want to play, you got to guard.
And you look at what Mobley and Allen bring for the Cavs in terms of the lane protection. Koloko now is something new for the Raptors. Even though they have all that length and switchability, to still have a guy you can play a little bit that can protect the rim, go get it as an offensive rebounder. And you know what, too, I like about him? Because it's always the rap on big guys. You always worry, how are their hands? He's got good hands.
Yeah.
He'll catch the ball in tight quarters, and he'll make a play with it, and he knows where he wants to go next.
Good screen setter, too. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he's not getting those cheap fouls where he's moving. Like, he knows how to play that part of the game, not trying to do too much.
And that's to Leo's point, or to Nick's point about the self-awareness. And here's what I'm valuable to this team doing.
Yeah.
Setting screens,
Yeah.
blocking shots, hustling, running the floor, playing good defense.
Yeah.
Like, he looks around, he goes, scoring, Fred, Pascal, Gary
Well, when he
Trent
looked
Jr.,
around in
OG.
college, scoring, who's the guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you could tell that he was well coached in college. And that's one of the things that jumped out at me when I was watching him play. Like, well, I love his athleticism, but this kid he's got a feel for what
knows
to
how to
do.
play, yeah.
He knows his role. He understands it very, very well.
If you're a Raptor fan and you watch Scotty Barnes tonight, really encouraging. You watch Delano Banton this preseason and even tonight, encouraging. You watch Koloko in preseason and the short stint he had tonight. You got to be encouraged with the young players. And you look at Precious Achiuwa. He made some big plays there in the second half.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's nice to see these younger guys. Yeah, again, we talk about Van Vliet and Siakam, yada, yada, yada. But in order to have a really good season, those guys got to take that next step. And we're seeing some good flashes.
Well, you mentioned Siakam, Jonesy. A lot's been made about the season he's going to have or has to have this year. For me, when I watch him, he just looks so much more comfortable because even when he like dribbles the ball off his leg or something like that, he grabs it and recovers and initiates the play under control again. He doesn't get flustered in those moments, and that's, I think, a big thing.
It's experience, right?
Yeah.
It's I've been there before. There's no panic. He's getting to his spots.
Yeah.
In terms of scoring, getting into the lane.
Sorry, keep on listening.
Leo, have a few nachos.
I just want a couple. I just want to try it. Jack's been hoarding
We've
it down
had
there.
14 slices of pizza.
Well,
I've had
you know what? He
two.
didn't play a perfect game.
No.
He turned the ball over. He had trouble there. He missed some free throws. But the sign of a really good player is to your point, just
Keep playing.
Yeah.
No matter
playing.
what. Keep playing.
And he's a guy, look, he brings attention to him, like Donovan Mitchell. They're sending a second guy his way, which opens up offense for others.
I love the fact
Nachos are good, Leo, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
I love the fact that he's keeping it simple, but also the degree of difficulty in some of the shots. Like I'm seeing things I didn't see in other years. He put some work in the lab this offseason.
Wow. He looks comfortable.
You gonna eat that?
He does. He just. You don't have to have his leftover pizza.
You got the
There's
elbow right
there's
here, buddy.
There's a piece
asking.
right
That's where you like to operate.
That's like back in the day with your brother George. Are you going to eat that? If he doesn't, you take it.
Are you
right?
saying I look slim?
Survival to finish,
Are you
Jonesy.
saying I look slim?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
You read that completely
Next
wrong.
question.
How about, you know what? We talk about a guy low key, just keep playing.
Yeah.
How about Gary Trent Jr.? Made some big shots. The corner three that he made off the Van Vliet
Fred,
kick,
yeah.
right? Fred, like, shoot it. No. Finally.
Did you see Fred's face after he made
Yes.
that?
Fred's face looked at him like, I got you. Like that's you. I got you.
And it was interesting. You talk about backcourt play. They ran that side out of bounds late, and they lined up after the free throw, and then Gary Trent
Ran
went to
to
the backcourt.
yes.
Good coaching. And then their press offense on the baseline. Fred Van Vliet inbound the ball, Allen all over him, and yet he made the great reads. Snuck guys up court. The Raptors down the stretch showed that they're a little more experienced and together a team. I thought their late game execution was better than Cleveland.
Yeah.
Just the little finer points of the game. Again, they have a ton of guys returning from last year, so they should be a little bit ahead of the curve, and they look like it.
Two things, Jack, to that point. Think about where we were last year at this time.
That was my point about Washington last year.
Gary Trent.
Leo, can I just have a slight
Yeah,
bit more?
sort of coffee.
A little more decaf.
Little more.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't like caffeine this late.
Where they were last year at this point, think about it. Gary Trent had played half a year for the team and had never seen the city of Toronto, right? Like all the other, Malachi Flynn played a year in Tampa, never saw Toronto.
Right.
Scotty Barnes coming to Toronto for the first, all of this was different. We're still wearing masks, half an arena, nobody in the arena. Just everything there was tumult everywhere. This year, none of that's present. It's all calm, comfort.
And it's not only for the players, but for the coaches, the support staff. I mean, even for us, it's just a more relaxed vibe. I think the fans were just so chill, not chill, they're very intense, but it's more of a fun vibe tonight. It felt so good tonight to be here.
So Jonesy and I have been here for 28 years. right?
28
Day one,
years.
Right? So
28 years.
I always come in the same door. I won't say it on TV here. I always come in the same door
You're that popular.
for 28 years, right? Except during the pandemic. I couldn't come in my door.
I know.
Right? And it's like, that's my door. That's where I want to I've been coming in here forever. So today I walked in and all the people that work here, they're going like, oh man,
He's
Yeah,
back.
He came in your door?
I came in my door
And you
and
gave me a hug today.
Huh?
You gave me a hug today.
Did I?
Yeah.
I must have thought you were somebody else.
You know what? When I look at some of the comments from the show, a lot of people are enjoying the fact that I take a verbal beating every show here.
Well, hey.
Is this what?
Well,
is
you
this what
deserve
I'm-
it.
Yeah, I was
what I'm
just
looking-
gonna say you
Is this what I'm
deserve it.
looking forward to here for the duration
Well,
of the season?
Resilience, Randy.
I got you back, Randy.
Yeah.
And if I don't, then your brother Christian will.
Yeah, he does. All right, real quick, one more question. Jonesy, as we embark on this season now, what's one player or one thing that you're most intrigued about for this team?
How they continue to play together.
Yeah.
Because, and we talked about this, many of our brethren south of the border, the pundits, they think Toronto's good, and I always say there's two ways that you sneak up on a team. You sneak up by like we take these guys for granted, they come and they whack us, or be careful of these guys, they're good, and you get there and they beat you and you say, boy, they're good. I didn't know they were that good. And I'm interested to see how they continue to play together because there's no sexy name in Toronto that people gravitate to, right? There's no Giannis, there's no Durant, there's no Embiid, there's no Tatum, there's no Jimmy Butler, there's no sexy name that the media grabs. Yeah, Pascal and Fred are all NBA, or All-Star reserve, but they just don't seem to have the cachet at times with our people in the South. But what they have, they're integral part of a team.
Yeah.
And when this group plays together, they
tell you
are
what, Jonesy,
tough.
hey,
They are tough.
Here's what the media in the South is missing that the whole NBA caught. When the Raptors won a championship in 2019, do you know how many teams around the league were smiling? Because remember, up to that point, if you didn't have 1, 2, 3 superstars in your team, you weren't winning a championship.
First team without a lottery pick
Right.
in the top 15 to
Everybody
win the
was
title.
trying to overload, right? All of
Right.
a sudden, the Raptors win. How'd they do it? You had one superstar, you had
And
an
he
all-star,
wasn't a very high pick.
right? And you had an all-star, and then you had players that developed within your program. You did great job drafting. A whole bunch of teams around the league were going, okay, all right. We don't have to go get LeBron,
Identification,
Chris Bosh, and Dwayne.
development, retention. Right?
But think about it, Jack. So now the Raptors have this other way of playing, right? Now you're going with a whole bunch of guys, same size, length, quickness, and now you're starting to do
NBA
something.
sitting back
going like, that's the league's exactly right.
Well-
So you got to, because what bothers me about the league, and Masai said it's a copycat league, right? But the Raptors
They're
haven't
innovative.
played copycat
Yeah, they're
in
innovative.
2019, and they're not playing copycat right now.
No, I give them a lot of credit. It's interesting. It's almost like college basketball when you see a team with a lot of juniors and seniors. And the Raptors have a lot of returning players. And to me, like, they beat you with teamwork. They beat you with excellent coaching. They just beat you with hard-nosed play.
Yeah.
And those are tough teams to play. And I tell you what, tonight's game between the Cavs and the Raptors, that's going to be like a ton of games in the Eastern Conference this year. And the Raptors' style of play is such that they're going to be in every game. You don't want to play these guys. And look, every team has a few holes. Every team has a few challenges. Some teams are more talented than the others. But they got something that is really special, and that is that they play the game hard and the right way for each other.
It goes back to, Nick said it in training camp. He would stop the practice and say, no matter what, keep playing.
Yeah.
Right? Don't throw your hat in and say that's it. No matter what, keep playing.
Yeah.
Keep playing.
Hey, Randy, no matter what,
Keep what?
stop talking.
I got a few more things to say. Come on over here for a second. This guy flew in from, Ireland.
Ireland! Oh my goodness!
Today.
Highlight!
Is it true
Michael.
that Jack is the king of Ireland?
He's
What
the
county
king.
are you from?
From Wexford.
Wexford.
Yes.
My dad's from Mayo. My mom's from Roscommon.
Oh, nice.
And I got my Claddagh ring going here.
Oh. So yes, I was here when Raptors won the championship, and when they won the championship, I got a Raptors tattoo.
Oh, I love
Game
this
one,
guy.
I was
Oh,
committed.
kidding.
And then I was like, season opener, I had to come in for it.
That's commitment.
Well,
That is commitment.
We just wanted to welcome you to Toronto and
Thank
the
you so
set,
much.
and thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thanks,
appreciate
man. Oh, appreciate it.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Yeah, no worries.
Sunshine.
All right.
That's it. There you go. How about that?
I met him before the show.
All right.
Now we bring him on.
That's
All right.
Tony
commitment.
Wexford.
All right.
I love it.
That's commitment.
You are a man of the people.
I
You are a
am.
man
I
of the
saw you taking pictures,
Yeah.
hugging babies and stuff.
Well, that's how he rolls.
This guy can barely walk anywhere, without
He's the
getting-
Where am I walking?
Over under 50.
All right, there you go.
I'm going over. I'm going over 50.
Let me say this: 9 of the last 10 years, the Raptors have beat the over.
I'm going
You feel?
over. We're all taking the over. All right, gonna stop you there. Next game for the Raptors goes Friday night in Brooklyn. 7:30
Brooklyn in the
p.m.
house.
Eastern.
Are you going to eat that?
Virtual show. You
Oh,
can
there's
have
a
it.
free slice
Oh,
right
never
now.
mind.
No. He wants to have a bite of mine. The virtual show is going to go after that game, but don't forget, after every home game, we'll be here at Real
Jack, you
Sports.
need more coffee?
So come by.
No, I'm good.
Have some cheer, have some great
more
food,
caffeine.
and join us and watch the show. Thanks for watching. We will see you next
Dark roast.
time.
That was great.